So if I were the founder of a physiotherapy clinic in Singapore today, here's what I do for my marketing. First, I wouldn't focus on going viral because viral content might make people laugh, but often they just scroll to the next video without really knowing who you are or being able to find you when they really need you. As a copywriter and marketing expert, I've studied websites and marketing funnels of Singapore's physiotherapy clinics, and I've noticed a pattern. Physios try to get attention when they should actually be trying to remove friction and be more visible. In this video, I'll break down the triggers and questions patients ask when they're looking for a new clinic and what leads them to choose your physio clinic or not. Let's dive into it. Okay, so imagine you're not a physiotherapist, you're just a normal person, and suddenly you wake up with back pain, or you develop a running injury, or you had a long week of work and your office chair is becoming a real pain in the butt or lower back. You're not scrolling social media or you're not looking through your past likes to find your physiotherapy clinic. You're going to use something that gives you immediate results. Whether it's Google search, your go-to AI, whether it's ChatGPT or Claude or Google's AI results even. Because people like that, people who are in pain, they've got a pain to fix and they need a solution right now. So before they book a physiotherapy appointment, almost every patient is subconsciously asking these three questions. Can I find you? Can I trust you? And can I realistically make it to your clinic? Answer these three questions better than your competitors and you're already going to be a front runner to winning the patient's business. Not because you're the most famous clinic, but because you're the easiest clinic to choose. Let's start with the first question, can I find you? This is where most clinics underestimate how patients behave. Nobody searches for funniest physiotherapy clinic. They search for things like physio for lower back pain, sports physio near me, knee pain treatment Singapore. The patient already has the intent to choose. They're already looking for help. Your job is simply to show up when they are searching. That's why if I had this fictional physiotherapy clinic, I'd spend more time on Google Maps optimization, local SEO and AI SEO, Google Ads, creating a stronger story on my website and creating condition-specific landing pages so that people can find what they are looking for. Now you might ask, what about social media? Well, social media is a powerful asset, but visibility is the primary factor and search is often the first place that people look. What you need at the moment your patient is asking that first question is to be present, to be relevant, and to be the clinic that best fits what they are looking for. Now let's assume they found you. The next question they ask is, can I trust you? And this is where healthcare differs from most other businesses. Patients aren't buying something trivial like coffee. They aren't buying a new gadget. They're trusting someone with their body. They're asking, can this person actually help me? Will this treatment work or am I wasting my money? That's why reviews are so powerful because yes, they improve rankings, but more importantly, they also speak directly to the person who's looking for you, helping to reduce uncertainty and giving people hope that their problem can actually be fixed, and hopefully they'll have a pleasant experience through the process too. If I were running this fictional physio clinic in Singapore, I'd be obsessed with collecting and showcasing Google reviews, which you can also feature on your website. I'd want to collect video testimonials, success stories, and patient outcomes. The way to do it is to ask patients to appear in videos in exchange for incentives or discounts. And then on the other side of building trust is showcasing how your therapists tackle patients' pain, sharing their expertise, credentials, and approach. And then on the other side of building trust is showcasing how your therapists tackle patients' pain, featuring them and sharing their expertise, their credentials, their approach, their past experiences, and how they've treated certain patients. Every piece of marketing, whether it's a video, a LinkedIn post, or a blog article, should answer one question. Why should someone trust you with their recovery? Because trust is what converts visibility into bookings. Now here's the part that most clinics overlook. Your potential patient is asking, can I realistically attend? Because even if patients trust you, they still need to fit treatment into their lives. Yes, Singapore is a small island and you can travel from Jurong to Bidok relatively easily. But physiotherapy isn't usually a one-time visit. It's a commitment. Several appointments over several weeks, sometimes over several months, maybe even a year. So potential patients start asking practical questions. Is the clinic nearby? Maybe it's nearby to my home or my office. How do I get there? What's the availability like? This is where communicating convenience becomes a marketing tool. You want to tell people where you are, how to get there, and what your availability is, and make them feel like booking your clinic is as frictionless as possible. Easier you make treatment, the more patients you help. Remember that your patients are already facing one pain. You don't want booking to be another pain too. So what I've seen after studying physio clinics in Singapore is that there's one marketing mistake mistake that most clinics make, which is really not such an obvious one. They focus on individual channels instead of focusing on the bigger picture of the patient journey and the decisions that patients make. They ask whether they should do more TikTok, more Reels, or chase the next trend. But those are tactics that fit within a larger strategy. The real question your clinic needs to ask is, does this make us easier to find, easier to trust, or easier to attend? Every piece of your marketing, from your ads to your website, your content, and your booking system, should fit together to answer at least one of those three questions. And if the answer is no, it's probably not a priority. The winning physiotherapy clinic isn't the most famous or the one that follows the most trends. It's the clinic that removes the most friction at the moment a patient needs help. Focus obsessively on those three questions and you'll build a marketing system that actually grows your clinic, not just your follower count. So if you were running a physiotherapy clinic, that's how you'd get new patients. If you want a marketing guide that shows how you can retain patients, win customers from other physio clinics, as well as developing referrals into one cohesive marketing system, hit the link in my bio, and that's where you can download the guide. Thanks for watching. Happy marketing, and see you in the next one.